Hi guys, it's Jen, and today I am working with my new partners, and they are showing me a design that they have on customer experience. And during these last 2 days, I have learned a lot about customer experience, and I have found a lot of parallels on how it's going to help me with some of my online marketing, messaging, and tactics, and I'd like to share it with you. One of the first key items that I've learned is that customer satisfaction is no longer that controversial or that important now to the customer. So you might be thinking, well, if customer satisfaction is not important for the customer, then what is? Right now, customer experience is the new battlefield. Now that so many restaurants and hotels and hospitals and airlines and lounges and airports are all copying each other's models, consumers like you and me with money in our pocket have $100 to spend at one specific restaurant that has a concept or another restaurant that has the same concept. So how are they choosing? How are we choosing? Right now, we're thinking about how our money is actually going to give us a good experience and not satisfaction. So also what I learned today is that there's a traditional model that has to do with customer satisfaction. And it's normally that if there's a concept, that what traditional thinking is leaning towards is creating a product or service, then creating the logistics and processes around that product or service. Then after that, hiring management in order to implement those processes for the product or service. Then after that, creating a working climate. And then after that, hiring frontline staff. So let's take a restaurant. Maybe in this instance, we would think, okay, I want to serve Mexican food. And then you put together the processes, then you hire the managers hire the waiters. And the last thing to be considered is the customer experience. And so this restaurant opens and they think, who's gonna come? What kind of reviews are we gonna have? So customer experience is kind of left randomly to fall the way it may. So now, the company that I'm working with that is training frontline staff is talking about reverse engineering. So it's encouraging the frontline staff and also the managers to do things a little bit different. And that on the hierarchy where the customer is the last thing to be considered, the customer experience is the last thing to consider, to now reverse engineer. And to, first of all, design what is the customer experience. And after designing that customer experience, hiring the frontline staff that will actually cater to that customer experience. And then after the frontline staff has been hired, hire the managers that will be catering to the frontline staff, that will be catering to the customer experience. And then after that, working backwards to say, what processes what do we need in order to cater to this customer experience? And last but not least, the product. So in the restaurant, it would be, what kind of experience do we want them to have in our restaurant? And then choosing the food items as almost the last thing on the list. And that is the reverse engineering. So I am learning right now how to train frontline staff on this kind of customer experience with certain attributes that we want them to touch upon. So what does this have to do with online marketing? As right now, I'm putting together a script. It makes me think a lot about the cold traffic that I want to attract and how I'm creating my script in order to do that. So, of course, this is not big news, but I just want to reiterate what I'm learning and how the majority of us are doing it right now. And it's really bringing to the forefront in our advertising messaging the experiences that we would like our new members to have. What is it that we want them to experience? Now, of course, we can do that through our own stories, or we can do it through nightmare scenarios or dream scenarios. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but the most important thing is for us to start with experience. And then working back from there, allowing the product that we're selling, which is the training and the mentorship and the SFM, the whole SFM business system, to be catering to that customer experience. So I've just felt so many parallels today as I've been learning this design, experiencing it, and also contributing to it, that right now as I'm putting my script together, it really, really reinforces the way that I'm doing that customer experience, what I want that member to experience, and then after that, how the SFM can actually help them experience that. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that you're having a glorious day.